'tis the season to be jolly, and all that. Santa's coming, apparently.
Santa's coming to town. Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
So you may be wondering why I'm dressed up like a bit of a dick. Well, that's because this is a very festive Honest Flavour review, and it is a limited edition Sweet Vapes juice, and it is candy cane. Okay, so limited edition for Christmas only candy cane juice from Sweet Vapes. This juice, once again, has been very kindly sent to me for the purposes of this review by Sweet Vapes. Sweet Vapes, if you're listening, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And I do feel rather special that I am one of the lucky ones to get my hands on some candy cane from Sweet Vapes, and I've got it pretty early as well. So limited edition, presumably only going to be available for the Christmas period. Let's see what the website has to say about candy cane. So, the website says, Christmas limited edition. A favourite Christmas time sweet, it's minty candy with a touch of strawberry. It's not a strong mint like menthol, more like a spearmint. It's creamy and fresh, with a touch of strawberry, limited edition while stocks last. It also goes on to say, we are trialling new bottles with this product. We'd love to know what you think of them. Well, I will definitely let you know what I think. Also, at the time of recording this, the beginning of December 2019, this flavour is also flavour of the month. So normally 50ml would cost you $6.99. It's on offer, £5.60. For 100ml, normally $11.99. Even at that price, decent value for 100ml. But as it's flavour of the month, that drops down to £9.60. And then there's even more good news. Enter code VM20 at checkout. That's VM for Vaping Mods, 20 at checkout to receive a further 20% off that cost. Quids in. Now normally I just wouldn't be interested in a vape juice such as this. It just wouldn't float my boat from the description. However, a few minty juices have started to change my mentality about minty juices recently. In particular, Sweet Vapes Buttermint. That really turned me round. Now this apparently is not like Buttermint, however, it's a minty sweet. I'm intrigued to try it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. As ever, I will go for a smell and let you know what I think. I will go for the finger drip taste, give it a taste, let you know what I think, and then finally, stick it in a couple of vape tanks, give it a vape, let you know what I think. Equipment for this evening's test will be the Drop Dead with a single coil on top of the Basium Dual. That's a 0.25 ohm coil. Also, Mofile Presh. I'll be putting in some lickable clinks next. I said it again. Should we try that again? Cut. Okay. And the profile mesh on top of the Basium Dual. That's reading is 0.2 ohms. I'll be hitting that at about 60 watts. Right, get it right. Okay, let's do what I said then. Let's give it a smell. Well, so far from the smell, it smells exactly like what the flavour profile says. I can smell mint, and I can smell strawberry, and I can smell something that tastes sweet-ish in there. Early indications are good. So this is a new bottle, so really it does feel, I could be incorrect on this, but it does feel like the actual bottle itself has a bit of a softer squidge than the previous 100ml bottles. Where it is different is the cap. You've got the cap at the top here does protrude. It stands proud of the actual bottle, so you can get right under there to get the nib off. Right then, let's get some on the finger, see how it tastes. Tasty, as you'd expect, definitely minty, but it's definitely fruity, there's definitely strawberry in there as well. Excellent. Okay, well, that's good so far. Let's get some juice in both of those RDAs and let's get tasting. Okay, first up, we'll do the we'll do the top side jewel with the drop dead single coil. Let's get that coil well and truly saturated.
Moist.
Okay then, so Sweet Vapes Candy Cane, 60 watts, single coil on the drop dead. Let her rip, tater chip. Oh yes. That is some tasty juice. Decent flavour, decent clouds on that single coil drop dead at just 60 watts from a 0.25 ohm coil. Lovely. Okay, let's move on to the profile mesh. Let's get that mesh nice and wet.
Moist.
Okay, profile mesh, 0.2 ohm coil, 60 watts, let her rip. Oh, yes. Oh, that is really tasty. Candy cane, you with some good juice.
We elves try to stick to the four main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
I can't get enough of this. Okay, so of the two there, I actually prefer that in the mesh than I do the single coil. As seems to happen with a lot of juices, I feel that the mesh in the profile brings out the finer, the sweeter, the crisper notes of the fruit more than it does a dessert flavour in the mesh, and vice versa with a normal wrapped coil. That is really, really tasty. Now, it doesn't taste like buttermint does, but it does remind me of buttermint. It hasn't got a toffee taste to it. The mint is a similar type of mint flavour that you get in the buttermint. That is definitely minty. It's definitely cold, not overly cold, but it definitely is cooled. But what I think where it reminds me of buttermint is the sweetness of it. And I don't mean the sweet taste, I almost mean the sweet texture. It feels like the texture of a sweet in your mouth, as well as the mint and as well as the strawberry. So far, the strawberry is not that prominent, it's quite subtle, but then saying that, the strawberry in a candy cane is pretty subtle as well. What I'm going to do is cut there, because those are two brand new wicks in those coils, and what I want to do is drip onto those coils a few more times, hit it hard, come back and let you know what my thoughts are then when those wicks are well and truly bedded in. So I will see you in a few. Welcome back then, my Christmas vaping pedigree chums. We are tasting and we are talking about Sweet Vapes Candy Cane. So it's about an hour and a half later from when I last cut. I have gone for a number of re-drips in those 2 tanks you saw me vaping on earlier on, but also, such was the pleasure of vaping that juice, I have also stuck it in a stock coil tank. This is a Geek Vape Cerberus on top of a Geek Vape Nova. I dropped a new coil in this tank earlier on and filled it with juice. It took me a little while to bed that coil in, obviously, but along with the 2 RDAs, I've been hitting it on this as well. That is a 0.16 mesh stock coil that is in that tank. I've been hitting that at 60 watts. Let's have another little taste and see how it is. Beauty, mate. So I have reset the puff counter on this earlier on with a new coil. I am at puff 124 with that at the moment. It is just lovely, lovely juice. Now, as you'd expect, the flavour isn't quite as good in this as it is in the RDAs. As good as modern sub-ohm tanks are, and I believe this is a particularly good one, it's never going to be quite as good a flavour, not at a similar wattage anyway. But it is still mighty flavoursome. Do not be put off if you are a stock coil tank user and you've seen me vaping it in RDAs. It is really, really tasty in this. It tastes sweet. It tastes of mint, although the mint's not too overpowering, and it tastes fruity. You can taste the strawberry in it. It is lovely. Okay, back to the RDAs then. So 60 watts on a 0.25 ohm standard wrapped coil in the drop dead. Oh, so good. Oh, now that these wicks are well and truly bedded in, the flavour is lovely. Loads of mint, loads of sweetness, and I do mean that in terms of a sugary sweetness, and as well, almost that texture. Do you know what I mean? You do know what I mean, don't you? It seems ridiculous talking about texture when you're talking about vapour, but you do know what I mean. It has that texture in your mouth of a sweet. It's got that to it, as well as the strawberry. You can taste the strawberry. It is quite subtle, but it is definitely there. Okay, so that wick is starting to dry out a little bit. Maybe it's time to move it on to the profile mesh, or the mofile presh, as I called it earlier on. 0.2 ohms, 60 watts, let her rip. Oh, so much flavour. More. Oh, that juice is just so compelling. It is lovely. Prefer it in the mofile, prefer it in the profile mesh, if I'm honest, but it is very, very good in the drop dead as well. So, the question I always ask then, will I smash the rest of that bottle? And yes, absolutely, I'm going to smash the rest of that bottle. Will it become a new all-time favourite? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it is a limited run. Maybe it'll come out again next Christmas. I have heard rumblings that if it's popular, maybe they'll make it into a permanent juice. Maybe they'll call it Blackpool Rock, for example. But again, if I was going to go for that type of juice, maybe I would choose buttermint over that. But then saying that, it would be nice to swap and change between the two. Would I buy it again? And yes, I would. It is a really, really tasty juice. Let's give it a mark out of 10 then. Well, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. It's a high score because it is exactly what it says it does. It does exactly what it says on the tin. The flavour profile is spot on. The only thing I would say that would make it a 10 out of 10 for me is maybe the strawberry being that slight bit more prominent in the mix. But other than that, check it out, go out and buy it whilst you can. It is really, really flavoursome juice, especially for this time of year. So 9 out of 10. So that about wraps it up for this Christmas edition Honest Flavour review. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's given you the confidence to go out and get it, especially at that price. It's good value at $11.99 for 100ml anyway. Plus you get a discount because it's flavour of the month. Plus you get a discount when you enter the code VM20 at checkout. So this has been another Honest Flavour review from the Vaping Mods. I will catch you next time, which will be very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Merry Christmas to you all. Catch you later. Peace.